Hello friends, I hope you all are doing good, and I also hope that you all are safe and sound in your respective homes, countries and cities. And I also hope that all of you are following the laws and regulations which has been set by the government in your respective countries. I request you all to please maintain social distancing as and how it has been suggested by the government in your particular country. So guys, most of these people have been asking me about the different benefits which are offered by the government of Canada in order to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic. So guys, in this video, I'll be talking about all the different benefits which has been given by the government, both at the federal as well as the provincial level. So guys, let's get started on this. So my friends, the first benefit that I would like to talk about is known as the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, or CERB in short. It has been introduced by the government of Canada a few weeks back to combat the COVID-19. And guys, so in this particular CERB, you will be getting a maximum of $2,000 in a 4-week time period. And you have 7 4-week time periods starting from March 15th, 2020 till September 26th, 2020. So in this 7-month time period, you can apply for CERB for maximum of 4 times. And in each time, you will get a maximum of $2,000 per application. So guys, in order to take the benefit of the CERB, you must be residing in Canada. You must have made a minimum of $5,000 in the year 2019. You must be above the age of 15, and you must not have applied for any other financial aid, or basically you are not eligible for the employment insurance. And the last is you did not quit your job voluntarily, and you were either told to leave the job, or you were terminated from the job, or you are self-quarantining because of COVID-19, or you are taking care of a patient who has been suffering from COVID-19 and because of which you are not able to go to job. So basically, without any fault of yours, if you are not able to go to work and make money, that's when you will be eligible to apply for the CERB. So guys, you can apply for CERB for a maximum of 4 times in a 7-month time period. So basically what you have to do is, there will be a predetermined dates on which you have to check your eligibility. So say for this particular month, I am not going for my job, I am not working, I am not making any money. So I have to be applying for CERB individually for that particular month. But next month I get a job, I am making money. So I should not be applying for CERB. So guys, you have to be honest, because eventually while filing taxes next year, the government will come to know whether you have been taking undue benefit of it. So guys, my only request to you all to be, don't mess up with CRA. Be in honest and good books of the CRA. And guys, please understand that this is a benefit and it's not a privilege for you to take undue advantage of. So my only request is, apply only if you feel you are eligible and you need the money. You can set up a direct deposit with CRA so that the CERB amount comes directly to your bank account. So after you apply for CERB, you will get $2,000 within 3 business days directly into your bank account, provided you have signed up for direct deposit. Otherwise, it will take 10 days if the direct deposit information is not available. Guys, also let me tell you that CERB is a taxable benefit, which means it will be taxed. Whatever benefit you are getting now will be counted as your income for the next tax file. So next year you will be getting T4s from CRA, and that will be a part of your tax file. So the next benefit that I would like to talk about is the GST HST credit boost. So my friends, I hope you are all aware of what the GST HST credit is. For those of you who are not aware, it's just that when you file for income tax with the CRA will determine whether you are eligible to get some GST HST credit back to your account. And if you are eligible, they'll give it back to you every quarter for that particular year. So in this particular benefit, the CRA will be giving a one-time special boost, like a one-time special benefit to all the people who are eligible for the GST HST credit. So for single applicants, they can expect up to a maximum of 400 Canadian dollars, and for married applicants or couples, they can expect up to $600 in GST HST credit. Now say for an example, there is a couple, Mr. and Mrs. XYZ. Together they were getting around $600 last year, so $150 each quarter, so $600 in total. Now this one-time special benefit will give them additional $600 as a one-time payment, one-time special payment, in addition to the GST HST credit that they were regularly getting. So basically they'll be getting $150 into 4 times, that is $150 each quarter, and in addition to that they'll be getting $600 as a one-time special benefit. So my friends, the next benefit that I would like to talk about is known as the CCB payment increase. For those of my friends who are not aware of what CCB is, I have made a detailed video explaining the Canada Child Benefit, the link of which will be given in the description below, and also it will be available somewhere on the top. So keeping the explanation of CCB aside, let's directly jump into the benefits of it. So as per this new benefit, each eligible family can expect up to $300 extra per child, provided that the family is entitled to receive CCB for the month of April 2020 and they still have an eligible child in their care in May 2020. So basically the payment will be given in the month of May 2020, and this payment is for the eligibility period from July 2019 till June 2020. So my friends, if you are already eligible for CCB and if you are getting regular payments, there is nothing that you have to do. It will be automatically determined and the amount, the added amount will be given to you. So the next benefit is RRIF minimum withdrawals. So those of my friends who are not aware of RRIF, it stands for Registered Retirement Income Funds. So the minimum withdrawal from RRIF will be reduced by 25% for the year 2020. So this provides flexibility to seniors who are concerned that they may have to liquidate their assets, RRIF assets, in order to meet the minimum withdrawal criteria. Guys, the next benefit that I would like to talk about is specifically for Ontario, and it is known as the Get Support for Families. In this benefit, you can expect to get $200 per child who is in the age range of 0 to 12 years and $250 per child in the age range of 0 to 21 years. But the child should have a special need, only then he can be eligible for a $250 benefit. So guys, another feature of this particular benefit is that there is no income cap. So basically you will get the benefit irrespective of your income details, and all the families who are having kids in the age range of 0 to 12 or 0 to 21 with special needs are eligible for this benefit. You have to apply for this particular benefit. I will be giving the link in the description, so please check that out. So friends, the next benefit that I want to talk about is probably the most important benefit, just like CERB, and that is reduction of your auto insurance premiums. So guys, since last many days, most of us are self-isolating or are stuck at home or are not traveling that much to work because we are either working from home or have been laid off without any salary. But the point that I want to make is that we are traveling less. We don't get out that often except for groceries and or medical emergencies, but we are still paying the entire auto insurance premium, which I don't feel is right. So in order to tackle that, a number of Canadian insurers are coming with different ways to either reduce the auto insurance premium or to rebate the auto insurance premium. So the task for you guys is to contact your auto insurance providers and find out a way by how you can get your auto insurance premium reduced. The savings on auto insurance premium will vary from provider to provider, and it will also vary on your driving history. Some insurance providers may give a upfront discount in the insurance premiums, while some may take the entire premium at this point and will calculate based on your kilometers in the last 3 months and then give you probably the money in the next renewal or something like that. So but guys, this is something that you need to check with your individual auto insurance service provider. So guys, apart from the benefits that I already spoke of, there are many different benefits which are given at a provincial level, and it is not possible to discuss each and every one of them in detail. However, CBC News has come up with a site and they have posted a very good article wherein it's an interactive article wherein you can determine which benefits you are eligible to apply for depending on the province where you stay. I will be sharing the link of that particular CBC article in the description. So I request you all to please check it out, and based on your province of residence, you can apply for those benefits. And guys, with this I complete this particular video. I hope you all like the contents of it, and if you really do, please do like, comment and subscribe, and share it to your friends and family also for whom it might be beneficial. And again guys, please be safe. Please follow all the laws and regulations of the government of the country that you are staying in. Please follow social distancing and other precautionary measures. Stay safe, stay healthy, be happy and be connected. Goodbye and take care.